Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Insights with Soularis, where I am your host, Jennifer, a tarot reader for over 10 years now, and I'm certified in over a dozen different modalities from Reiki, astrology, numerology. But regardless of all of that, I always come back to say I am simply a channel of spirit, and I bring messages for those who find me. And I always start out with a message for the collective, kind of what to expect over the next couple of days. So, over the next week, these are things to just consider. It is going to affect everyone a little bit different, as this is a collective reading. But what we have here is it seems like it's going to be a little bit challenging over the next couple of days, particularly around money and your foundations and your finances. For some people, you may be wrapping up some financial decisions or preparing for upcoming decisions within your finances, your home, just overall your security, your material security, and how you're going about that. It seems like for the most part, it's just going to be a little bit frustrating over the next couple of days, but it is going to balance out. But you just have this, there's this fear of your material aspects of your life not quite working the way you want it. And it's being balanced by this challenging beginning, but it's going to come together. So try not to get so frustrated over the next couple of days. Know things as just a temporary standstill, and you're going to be moving forward. And with that, good luck. And we are going to go to our caller today. So we have Melody. Hello, Melody. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. What can we do for you today?
I'm just looking for a little direction. I guess I would say I'm in a weird phase of my life, and
Mhm.
I don't know.
Okay, well, let's see what we can get to you. Um, so there seems to be already, I'm getting like all different directions, but this is a wonderful time for positive change for you. Seems like you're closing out a lot of things. And so kind of when you're going to the next, it simply is like, okay, what do I do next? But at this moment, it seems like it's still closing out things that has happened from your childhood and just the past. So this could be regarding like children or memories from your childhood, all sorts of things. But there's something in your past that is asking to be closed for you to step forward and to have more clarity. Have you been thinking about the past a lot recently?
Yeah, I just lost my dad, so that's the past has definitely been on my mind. Just memories, and I'm doing therapy, just going through some things that trauma from my childhood and things like that. So, yeah, it's relevant.
Yeah, and especially continue to seek out that professional advice because it is helping, the cards are showing it is helping balance that emotional state and also giving logic to some of the emotions that you had trouble like identifying, especially when you're like children and we don't always have that emotional intelligence. It does take a while to really name things that has happened, good, bad, whatever it may be. But as you are moving, and I'm seeing a lot of changes coming for you, like over the next couple of weeks, particularly like 9 weeks, especially as we're going into April and we're going into more of a rainy season as well, you're going to see a lot of changes. And it is going to bring up more emotions from the past, but you have the connections to kind of help you through those emotions, and that's what's clearing out the way, because right, April showers bring May flowers, it's that sort of thing. So it's like, okay, this is a moment where you're learning to clear away that what you don't need, and then accepting things that has happened, and that's really going to help you move forward as far as that clarity comes towards you. Now, Melody, were you trying to figure out more about just in general, or were you wanting to focus more on like career, relationships, family? What were you thinking about that?
I would say career related and relationships and
Okay.
family. I mean, really all of the above, honestly,
Oh,
Jennifer.
great. Yeah, then let's go ahead and get all the information we can for you at this time. All right. So, as far as your career, you need a rest. If you have vacation time or if you're able to take some time off, if you're in that position, this is something that would help you a lot. Um, it's not a time for you to make any career decisions. And if you are thinking like, oh, maybe I need to move or I have this opportunity, but I'm not sure if it's quite for me, um, just don't make any decisions without taking quiet time to understand what everything is going in. So this is just really telling you rest. Um, you've lost someone very close to you and part of your life, and so just again take time to make any career decisions. There is some unwise choices which are being revealed to you as far as your career. Particularly, there's a lot of things going on. There seems like you're being pushed to make a decision and rest. Be more playful as well if you're able to, especially if someone's starting to get a little bit frustrated in the workplace or um, I'm seeing like two people in a workplace like fighting. So I don't know if you have any coworkers who are in a relationship, but if there's any type of drama between two people in your workplace, just let it go. Try to steer clear of it because it's not your issue right now. Spirit's not getting me anything quite clearer for that right now. So we can come back if we need to, but I'm going to step into family. Um, and I am seeing just overall in your family unit, a lot of fears, a lot of like, okay, what next? And it seems like it is about that transformation, losing a member of the family, moving forward, actually opening up about fears, opening up about things that weren't said while your father was alive, sort of situation. Everyone is a little bit on edge, particularly within your closer family unit. So, Spirit is saying, allow yourself to be kind, empathetic, and patient, especially towards yourself as you're going through the emotions of grief. And if you're in a situation where you are becoming somebody who is the emotional metronome around your family unit, that is a lot of burden and that can be a lot of stress on you. So please watch your own health because there is a real cautionary tale here about stress in your body and you actually getting sick from holding everyone else's emotional burden. Have you felt like that recently at all?
Yeah, I've always carried a lot, when it comes to my family, but just through therapy and even you mentioning work, I actually just took some time off of work because it just felt like, it was the right time. My dad wasn't well, and I think, the universe and God for me having that time with him. But through that time, I have learned that I cannot carry everyone's emotions. So I am in a restful period. I am trying to work through those things, just trying to show up more for myself.
Yes. And so, like, with that, spirit is like, hey, you are doing what is going to be the best for you long term, especially with taking that resting period and a resting time. Um, is there anything else that you need to know that I know like that's just kind of explaining the current situation and saying like, hey, you're doing exactly what you need right now, but is there something else you want to know about the family and career situations?
Yes, because I'm in the process of determining if it's time for me to finally make my pivot from my corporate
Okay.
career to full time real estate. I've been pondering this for a very long time, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's right, but I'm just not sure if I'm ready to make the leap.
Okay. Yeah, I can especially see that you are in a time of like, um, you have your guard up because that is can be quite difficult to do any type of pivot, especially when, right, we can be in uncertain times economically, and then you've had a major life transformation followed by another one. So, Spirit is saying that when we are coming into any type of pivots, now is a time to continue to wait just a little bit, because you're rebuilding your foundation. And that foundation is putting in better boundaries, not taking everyone's emotional burdens. And so you have some lessons to wrap up, which will really help you kind of develop more skills for that real estate position and going to have that pivot. But it seems like as you are learning and as you are rebuilding your foundations, you will receive quite, I would say, a very similar type of salary, it seems like, with that pivot as you have right now. That would be at the beginning. So the work that and effort that you put into like getting the license and working and going into that, you will receive the payoff. But there is a lot of fears around self-employment at right now and uncertainty around employment. So again, I think this is more of a resting period for you, not to make any impulsive decisions. But it is important for you to listen to your intuition on when you feel comfortable and safe to move forward. And again, at this time, you're tying up a lot of lessons, and there's going to be a lot of shifts coming forward. So it's okay to take your time. Let's see overall, when can we expect to see this pivot happen? It seems like it will happen relatively quickly, after that period of introspection. And also just be aware that there is um, some economic burdens that are coming to a close. So be careful as far as expecting the housing market to be safe for the next couple of months, but it is changing and there is ending to that to have more of that um, market boom again. So again, I am not a financial advisor, but it does seem like long term that is a fantastic pivot for you. You just need a little bit more time to do healing and to rebuild your foundation.
Okay,
Does that make
that
sense?
sounds about right. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about right.
And we are running a little bit out of time, but as far as relationships, are you currently in a relationship?
No,
Okay.
no.
So there may be some new and exciting people coming your way. I'm seeing most likely younger. It could be by a couple of days to even a few years, but is going to be someone younger or has a more youthful personality. Um, they will be very flirty, but they will also be a little bit traditional. But you'll have fun flirting for a while. You'll have really fun just to have time to go out and really surrounding yourself with good times and everything. So I'm not seeing too much of a strong, serious relationship, but you are definitely stepping back in to that type of commitment. But you're going to have fun. And as you're healing, it's just going to make you and bring you more joy.